task force Operation Crush, they were given the mandate to flush out the criminals. But the way we went about it wasn't just to go there, carry out a raid, and after that the whole thing will be abandoned. No, we ensured that there was sustainability. First we started by insisting that the Lock Panther cattle market should be a day market. And nobody will live there, nobody will sleep there. So we faced a lot of onslaughts from different parts, of the country. Some people were mobilized to protest, to say the governor had asked certain people to leave, which was incorrect. A lot of people were calling the governor, sitting governors from the other part of the country, former governors, MS, all that. Everybody, I'm talking what is verifiable. But the governor was humble enough to explain, see what we are doing. It is in the interest of everyone. We must protect our people. Of course, that should be the first task of a governor. So we insisted, and of course, we are on course doing that. It's almost completed, the fencing of the market. Nobody will live there. Nobody will sleep there.
The plan of nobody that will live there, is this still there?
100%. I'm telling you that the fencing is coming to completion, the fencing of the entire market, because it was one of the decisions taken by the government. Say, we will fence the market. And what I'm talking about, the size of the place is just massive. At the point, Al Jazeera came to Al Jazeera to the place. They flew their drone. They saw everything. People were telling all kinds of lies. Even when we said that the corpses and skeletons were uncovered from there, people say they were lying, all those things. Al Jazeera showed it on international. They showed it. They saw themselves. And those who were distorting what we were saying didn't say anything again. So you look at the road median where they used to park trucks, heavy-duty trucks, and all this. I don't know if you've been there.
I visited there. I was there last week.
So I'm sure you didn't see those things again. So you got rid of the thing. The road median there, you saw what we did there. Sure that nobody would trade there again. So our people can now travel to. We're not saying we've gotten it 100%.
Right.
We've actually no. If you go to Umunot, you saw a bridge that was blown up by the criminals. You saw schools that were destroyed, invaded, and the students weren't going there. You saw a police station that was, deserted. We are trying to bring back all those things to life. So those are the measures we are taking, and it's holistic. But we are not limiting our security efforts to Lock Panther at all. We are doing it across the state. Just a few days ago, I'm sure it was all over in the news. A young man, a businessman, that was killed by a trigger-happy policeman. We didn't take it lightly. Beyond the governor sending a delegation that went and visited his family, the wife and the in-laws, visited the Abraba community, we are taking serious measures to ensure that the person who shot him will face that maximum punishment. We know what, the reward for murder, we know what it is, and that is what we are pursuing vigorously, because nobody has any right to take another person's life. And because the governor has been firm in warning, in saying, my government is doing everything we are supposed to do for security agencies across the state, different security agencies. So there is no basis for anybody, any security agent, to indulge in any form of extortion. The governor had continued to warn. In fact, when the governor requested that all the people there must be transferred out of the state, because many of them saw Aba as as a gold mine. You transfer people, they will lobby and come back to begin to extort our people. But we are happy. We have the state police command led by the commissioner of police, Mr. Kenneth Onwumene, who is doing a fantastic job and cooperating to ensure that the place is sanitized. And that is what we want. So we are doing a lot, to ensure that we serve our people and serve them to the fullest. Just because of time, let me just stop there.
Yeah, of course, I can say for sure. I move around the city. We know what is happening. As a matter of fact, even the recent one, the harmonized task force of a thing, I can see what they are doing at Ishi Gate.
Absolutely.
But I know with time they will sustain it and ensure that place becomes very clean and open.
Yeah. That Ishi Gate. Let me just add something to that. That Ishi Gate. What has actually delayed it prior to now was because we were looking for a decent and comfortable alternative.
Okay.
Because it's undemocratic, if I may use the word, to just chase people away and say you won't stay here without providing an alternative. So we didn't want to do that. We needed to take our time. We were looking for a place that would be close. You understand? We had found some places, but they were far, from that place. So we just needed to look for where we have access, where people can go, where a lot of people will accept. And because we succeeded in getting that, that is why the process of moving them has now commenced.
All right. So, it's a good one. Yeah. I've seen for myself what is actually happening. Last week, your principal made a very shocking revelation that is still boozing interest. And then also, it was kind of pulled off eyebrows in Abia State and outside Abia State. The governor, of course, he went for a very special engagement. At that meeting, he divulged that the past administration, specifically the immediate past administration, had diverted over 100 billion naira to non-existent infrastructures, projects, and even airports in Abia State. May we have the clarity, because many have argued that the governor's decision to have made the revelation as far down as the USA, allegedly that the immediate past administration under Ikbazu, of course, diverted over 107 billion naira to non-existent infrastructure. What is the government's position currently on this issue? And also, how did the governor arrive at these findings?
Okay, the position of the government is that very soon everything will be published. The facts, very strong facts will be laid bare for everyone to behold. And of course, as expected, prosecution will happen. It is in the interest of everyone. And let me say this issue should not be trivialized. I'm just saying it to the public, to everyone out there, no matter where you're standing, no matter your interest. This is not about former Governor Kezi Ikbazu. This is not about any individual. It is about our state. I think it was Dr. Martin Luther King of blessed memory said, those who deny freedom, excuse me, to others, they deserve it not for themselves. And under a just God can no longer return it. Quote and unquote. If you deny the people the resources to live a decent and comfortable life, then there is no way you should be allowed to enjoy them. We are not here to hound and haunt anyone. We are not here to threaten or intimidate anyone. We are not here to persecute anyone. We are only interested in recovering our resources. So anyone who is affected, who is indicted, who knows that he is guilty or he was a beneficiary of this hate, if the person decides to enter to a plea bargain and return whatever they may have taken illegally, of course, we will not bother even going to EFCC or going to court. The most important thing is that we need our funds back. The allegation the governor leveled is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And like I said,
why is it the truth?
The facts. Because the governor, like he said,
I listened through that. Okay.
Like the governor said, he hired one of the biggest and best, most reputable audit firms in the world. Okay? And here, that is the issue. We are talking about a very reputable audit firm in the world, one of the best 3 in the world. So, the truth is that the governor didn't see the opportunity as he wasn't there to try anyone.
Okay.
But the issue, it was a discussion, and he just used that as an example. This is not just what happened. A whole lot of things happened. It may interest you. I don't know if you followed the activities of the judicial panel of inquiry. Go. Even me, there were things I was just hearing a few days ago that I didn't know they were happening at the panel. You will be shocked at the level of atrocity people committed against this state. So, like I said, if you're not guilty, you don't have any reason to panic. It's a process, it's ongoing, but that has been uncovered and it will be made public, and the process of prosecution must start. So if those people, if anybody knows that, when we raise the issue of the PDP secretariat,
all right,
don't forget that we weren't even aware that the PDP secretariat didn't belong to the PDP. Now someone wrote a petition. People have been writing petitions to the panel of inquiry, in case you don't know. Thousands of petitions. They come from this one. Before you know it, they enter a whole lot of things. Civil service, those who were sacked, those who were defrauded, those whose lands were seized, those whose property were taken, all kinds of petitions are flying in, and the panel of inquiry is treating it. We want justice for everyone, and it is in the interest of public. If that panel of inquiry was not set up, this one we are talking about, the PDP secretariat, would not have been uncovered. What happened? Let me explain briefly. A statesman, a citizen of the state, somebody we didn't know, do not have any relationship with, just a citizen like you, wrote a petition to the panel of inquiry and also the governor, saying first in the petition they talked about how his property was fraudulently taken away from him. They said we should pay them, that we are owing them. The state government was owing him. They attached to his lawyers, they attached all the necessary documents and everything. The man said he was, or is the owner of the party secretariat at Fimbas Road. I think that's 2-story building. PDP leased the party secretariat from the man, the building from the man, to use as the party secretariat. And they agreed to pay him 10 million annually. That was the lease agreement they entered into. And then they were paying midway. You know the way the penchant for, I don't know how to describe it, lawlessness. And they stopped paying the man. This is a party that has been in power for several years. They have the government and everything. They stopped paying the man. The man got frustrated and now decided to sell his property and started negotiating with a third party. PDP got wind of it and approached the man and told him, you will not sell it except you agree to sell to us, or else we will not allow you to sell your own property. A government that should be a responsible institution is threatening a citizen that he will not be allowed to sell his property to a third party he had interest in selling to. They intimidated and forced and coerced the man until he accepted to sell to them at a cost of 120 million. They made an initial payment of 120 million, made another one and dribbled the man and took part of the money they had paid. They didn't complete the payment. Meanwhile, they had outstanding arrears of 20 million they had not paid to the man. Now, how did we come in? Going through the petition with the documents attached, it was discovered that they paid for the property straight from the Ministry of Lands account. They transferred the money from Ministry of Lands and Housing, Abia State.
All right, this is a shocking one also.
The first time there, I'm coming. We'll
get to sustain this particular one. But the main issue at this point.
So I'm just using this to juxtapose to give you that they will always deny. They will lie, they will shout. But when the facts are presented before them, everybody will disappear. And that was exactly what happened in this case. That was why I actually made reference to this, to use it to prove to you the type of people they are. Because immediately they started shouting, we were shouting them. I came and presented the facts and everything. They disappeared. They've not talked about it again. They went and paid for another party office.
All right, this current issue, of course, number of persons are interested. Either you are in PDP, APC, or what have you, because it is Abia issue. It has to do with the people of Abia State. There is the bone of contention here is that in the United States of America, it could be as a result of conversation or trying to talk with the people. The governor divulged that. Now, why he was saying that, he didn't mention, remember he said about 15 billion naira was given to about 7 contractors, about 60-something billion naira was sent to about 7 contractors, 10 billion naira was sent to about 7 contractors also. He never mentioned the name of these companies. The auditing firm, he said one of the best in the world, he never mentioned it. We had an engagement with a security expert yesterday that said that when you are carrying out a forensic audit, you have first of all to engage necessary quarters before you carry out, and then you present after your final report. But the governor did not present, he didn't make anything. Did that come at the right time? That the auditee, people who have to be involved must be a kind of called upon to answer questions that these processes were not observed. Did the governor's divulgement or revelation of this issue come at the right time? That's one. Then two, did it follow appropriate process? Because this is where everybody is saying that things have not been done rightly, sir.
Not everybody, please. People are just driving the narrative. We are a government, we are an institution. A lot of people were communicated. People have been asked questions, about their activities. We have civil servants. You have former appointees. So it is a process. And asking whether it came at the appropriate time, of course. So I don't know when is the appropriate time or not. The governor, like I said, was speaking based on a question that was thrown, a question that borders on governance, on corruption, and all the rest of them. He just gave an instance, and he made reference to that. So if the governor wants to officially, present it, the whole thing, names will be mentioned. And like I mentioned, the auditing firm, the name will be mentioned. It's a reputable,
But why didn't he mention it?
You can't force the governor to make those things. Will be left. Those things.
The companies he said that 10 billion naira will be paid to. He didn't mention the name of this company.
Nobody is running. Yeah, this is our state.
It is.
And this is a government. And the governor is still a governor. The governor is not handing over tomorrow. So, those people who are putting pressure, a lot of people are panicking. I can tell you that authoritatively.
Is it about panicking or is it about the move or the step taken by the governor? Are you saying that they are panicking or the steps taken were right steps?
Excuse me, nobody has even been arrested.
Okay.
Nobody has even been summoned. That's the most important thing. So nobody can say his right has been infringed. One, there's no need to panic. You can't shut up the governor, the mouth of the governor from communicating when a question is. It's not possible. You understand? So when the whole thing will be presented, just like you have the panel of inquiries, a lot of people are getting a lot of information on what is happening, but nobody has been put to trial. People are just being investigated, and people are testifying. People are being summoned on a daily basis. Permanent secretaries, former commissioners, these former deputy governors, people are being summoned. So if I discuss what transpired, how does that amount to indictment? We are talking about nobody has been, but we are telling you what happened under that previous government. We have every right to discuss it. But the whole thing will be published. Names will be mentioned.
Is it now not a threat? Is it now not a threat to people who would be involved with that?
What is a threat? What is a threat? If you believe you are innocent or you want to clean up anything, you can go and clean up now. Right. So it's actually a grace. It's actually an opportunity. And you're interested in plea bargain, you can come forward and do so. Okay?
All right.
After all, there are a few persons that are coming over what is happening at the panel of inquiry to return things freely and say, please.
It's happening.
Don't worry, you will see now. All these things will be published.
All right. Let me allow my colleagues come in here before I pick you up again, sir.
All right. And good to have you here, Mr. Ferdinand Ekoma. I wish you had been having 5 hours, not even 1 hour. 5 hours would have been enough somehow. And also, as this issue is actually trending, just like he said, a security expert that we had yesterday talked about, that from what he is seeing, or what people are seeing, that he's focusing on just the previous administration. That Orji was here, Orji Okalo, then Theodore Orji, before Okezie Ikpeazu. Is this one thing about Okezie and his administration? He said, why not start from, the administration that handed over to Theodore, then Okezie Ikpeazu? Do you have anything to say about that?
Thank you, my brother, for your question. First, I'm happy you said Okezie Ikpeazu handed over to Alex Otti.
Yes.
Good. So you start from the known to the unknown.
Okay.
This man handed over to you. For example, we talked about things that were not handed over to us. We talked about lack of cooperation during the transition period. A whole lot of things that happened. And you were all here when we were arguing what was handed over and what was not handed over. We cannot say that TA didn't hand over to you because TA was not your predecessor. But I can tell you 100% that this, whatever investigation, whatever probe that the state government will not be limited to a particular government. This is Abia State. Anybody that had committed any infraction that put the lives of our people in danger, that retarded development here, that brought sorrow, suffering, and poverty on our people, we must do everything humanly possible to ensure that we serve justice. So our people. So it is not limited to. But then you have to look at the scope of what you want to cover at a particular point in time. Because there is a way you go about it, a whole lot of things overwhelm you. The job will never be completed and a good job will not be done. Like we said, they handed over to us. For example, in 2015, when Governor Okezie Ikpeazu approached the House of Assembly, then we were still in ABGA, approached the House of Assembly for approval of 30 billion. That was just a few months after assumption of office. For approval of 30 billion loan. The House approved. When they went for that loan, they said, the executive said that it was to repay previous loans. Then the House of Assembly, the PDP House, said it was for infrastructure. So there was contradiction. And we issued a release that time opposing the approval on the grounds that there was, contradiction in what the purpose of the decision was for. Of course, one of our House of Assembly members that time, who was presenting about Central State Council, was suspended because he opposed it for several months. Now, there was a specific question we asked Dr. Kezie Ikpeazu, and we repeated that question. We said, what were you inheriting from the DOJ administration as liabilities in pension and salaries? They started abusing us. I can bring the details. We repeatedly issued that release, asking that they should furnish the public with details, with information of what they were inheriting as arrears of salary and pension. We were asking that question so that we will be able to properly situate our criticisms as the opposition in the state. Now, if you refuse to talk because you were trying to protect your godfather, that's your business. No, your godfather can now say, whatever he incurred, you were the one that incurred it. So we are investigating what you handed over to us, what we met on ground, what transpired in the government that handed over to us, and of course, everything will still get to the other ones. But this is what we must deal with first. Because if the man wanted to help the state, if the former governor wanted to help the people, to help the state, you will be able to do the needful. We are not saying you should kill anybody. We weren't saying you shouldn't be grateful to your godfather for whatever role he played in bringing you to power. We are not saying that. But then, because the state does not belong to any individual, and I have said it, the state here doesn't belong to Alex Otti because he's the governor. The day the governor was setting up that panel of inaugurating them at Banquet Hall Government House, he said that the present government, his own government, and appointees must also comport themselves responsibly, knowing that by the time his tenure will come, that the government that will succeed in him may also have reasons to set up their own panel of inquiry to investigate him. So when you tell us that the government is a continuum, you must uphold those principles by doing the right thing, by investigating, by asking questions. You can politely tell your godfather or your priest, no, you didn't do it right here.
All right.
These people are holding this and they should return it.
All right, sir.
All right. Good morning, our brother, Mr. Ferdinand. It's good to have you with us this morning. Well, I will still want to take you back to this issue of forensic audit and the auditing firm that is handling it. The man that the Secretariat we engaged yesterday also made allusion to the fact that he wasn't properly tidied, or probably that the governor was in a hurry to... Sorry,
my mentor, don't be offended, sir. Who is the security expert?
Okay, we'll get to divulge it to you later.
So okay. that the governor was probably in a hurry.
But he's a known person.
Yes, he will know him.
Mention his name.
You will know him later.
That he was in a hurry to discuss the issue when it has not been tidied up, and of course that the auditee here now will be Basu, if I'm not mistaken, is also supposed to be involved. I don't know, I'm not an authority in that regard. That's number one. And then number two, people may want to know maybe what is even the amount spent in carrying out this forensic audit. And then again, how come EFCC, because you're talking about 107 billion is whopping. How come EFCC is not in the picture of this, and probably, is it that it's been kept in secrecy all this while and only known to Otti's administration, that EFCC is not aware and didn't take it up with Ikpeazu? Is it that they had an agreement? Because we felt, EFCC supposed to have known and even pursue Ikpeazu on behalf of Otti. And then again, talking about maybe going to watch or research over the activities of past governors, we see it as me personally and some people who have also expressed their concern see it as some kind of distraction, because we're only talking about 8 years, and you know that how time flies. Before you bet an eyelid, it's already 8 years. Will he have time to do all this and also deliver dividends of democracy? Maybe you may want to help us do some highlights in that regard. Thank you, sir.
Okay, the first one was I think I had taken that one now.
Yes.
You understand? I had taken that one, you know. So I think the one you talked about here is the EFCC. That's the new question. Is there any other question?
Yes.
That's the, okay. There are things that the EFCC is already handling for us. For example, few days, a day to the handover, you know, moves were made to move funds, the remaining funds in the account. Of course, they succeeded in moving 2 billion. You know, then the remaining one, that was I think 2.8 billion about, they made serious attempt to move it from a particular account to another account, and they were heading to the third account. Of course, we put calls across when he got information from bank, you know, tipped us off. Of course, we engaged the EFCC. They pursued them vigorously until the money was recovered. We used EFCC.
So in this current case, yeah.
Yeah, you understand? So in this current case, of course, don't forget that EFCC works on petitions.
All right.
EFCC, they are no magicians. They won't sit in their offices to know what is happening in your state or what your governor is doing. So it's either somebody, a whistleblower, has tipped them off, or you people have written a petition. So we need to do our own internal search, lay hand on all the information. You provide the furnish EFCC with the information. The most important thing is that when you talk about these things, these are transactions. There is even nowhere you are running to.
All right.
There is no cover. There is nothing you can have. But it's always good to get it right, because if you indulge in, you know, if you handle it carelessly, you know, you mess up the whole thing.
Right, you continue with that point.
Definitely collaborate with you.
And also,
and don't forget, you also talked about distraction. We have
is the government not distracted?
We're not distracted
because you're talking about 8 years here, and if you want to keep, if you want,
they don't have 8 years yet. They don't have 8 years yet. It's just 4 years.
Okay, first 4 years. And if you're taking it beyond the Basel to other, I mean,
well, it will react to that. Let's bring in the listener at this point. 09160 rather 000965 or 09160 333 965. A very good morning to you, and thank you for joining Standpoint. All right, that was quite unfair. You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location, please. All right.
When are we expecting the flag of Ohanka Mubo Hayaku?
Soon and very soon. But
and there are some postcodes in Bend the Road, some other places.
Bend the Road. Bend the Road is normal here.
Yes, you know, I had taken you up on that matter the other time. All the roads they opened up.
Good, okay. Because that was what I wanted to ask. Okay. Whether this was a place that has been scrapped, marked. Definitely they are going to feel it in fact, a matter of days.
All right.
Because you know that the quarry people were on strike for weeks.
You react
so nobody
to that.
could
Let's
bring anything.
This caller. Good morning and welcome.
That was what delayed it.
Good morning, Mr. Ben.
You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, sir, Mr. Ferdinand.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Mr. Chijoke. I am calling from Benji Road.
All right.
Sir, I want to commend you for your effort, for your doggedness, just to make sure that Abians receive a good governance. It's a very good thing. And I say that in Abia, I think this present government, if we are to judge, everybody will say it openly that this government did not come to Abia State for it. This government is here for a very sensitive job. And I believe our governor is very focused. At least one thing we can hold hand is that we have seen hope. Abians, workers, pensioners in Abian, it's not any other thing. We have seen a lot of hope in the government of Alessoti. And we are
Chijoke, run up your point, sir. Run up your point.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that whatever criticism from opposition does not matter. What matters is whether the government of Lesotho is working. It's working for us.
All right, so your time has been used. Thank you so much, Chijoke. All right, we appreciate your contribution.
Criticism is also important in democracy, so we do not.
Talking about pensioners, the PDP Abia State has also alleged that the payments of about 10 years pension arrears by the governor is a lie from the pit of hell with the intent of frauding Abia State. You react to that what they saw there was about clearing 9 months of pensions under his administration. But let us speak with this caller. You're welcome to Standpoint.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is right.
All right. Please be audible.
Yeah. Mr. Ferdinand, good morning, and thank you for coming today.
Good morning. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, just the way you just answered and all the questions through that you. There's no doubt that this present administration is just open and the good people of Abia State. And I commend you people, and I ask that you people should specify the effort to recover all the looted funds in this state. Then there's a question I want to ask. I want to know what the governor is doing to the dead pensioners areas. Thank you very much.
All right, we appreciate your contribution. 09160 333 965 or 09160 0000965. Let's have your contribution on this issue. You're welcome to Standpoint. Good morning.
Good morning, Moses.
You're welcome, sir.
Victor Saumai.
All right, welcome.
Ferdinand, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Road. Where are they flagging off?
All right. Thank you so much.
Road. I think this missionary, they are too slow with their work.
All right. It will react to that. Just keep listening. Very good morning to you, and thank you for joining Standpoint.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Chineye. I'm calling from Omaya.
All right, Chineye.
Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, ma.
Honorable Ferdinand.
Good morning.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can see a pregnant woman, there is no how that you can hide this. You can hide so much. These present governments are giving us the dividends of democracy. Whether the opposition like it or not, it has come to stay. It is just a year. Next month will make it a year. They are just starting to cry. They have never seen anything. What they are crying for is that the government of Abia have come to expose all the nonsense, all the mess that they have done to us. They tried to stop him, but Almighty God refuses. Whether they like it or not, the name must be established.
All right,
Chineye. They must establish those names. Ibazu and his country, they should wait. They should just relax because they dealt with us. They messed up with us. And the Almighty God has used our Messiah, which is Dr. Alex Oti, to come and reveal their secret. That is why.
Please, let's not tarnish. Let's not tarnish any character on this program. Just face the. Okay.
We made them with halfway.
All right, Chineye. All right, thank you so much. Please, while you call in, do not attack any character or personality on this program. Face the issue we are discussing. Otherwise, we'll cut you off. A very good morning to you, and thank you for joining Standpoint. Hello, good morning.
And Mr. Ekom.
Morning, sir.
Morning,
thank you, sir.
For the from the logo in Iguana.
All right.
My own is just a question. I have about 2 or 3 questions, but let me just see what I can just exhaust with you. Please, this Osan Road was I passed there before today, even last week. I was going through and flow in that road. So I want to know the actual reason why up to now they are not speeding up in that road.
All right.
So I don't know what is going on with the contractors. Is it from the government or from the government? But again, this particular one at Abana, they are saying that after fall that it was washed out. So I want to know the reason. Is it from the materials, or is it from the contractor, or is it from the angle of government? Then lastly, please, this is the issue of money paying investor for airport.
All right, we'll not be able to take your last question. Thank you so much. You're welcome to Standpoint. Good morning. 09160 0000965. A very good morning to you, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, Mr. Moses.
You're welcome, sir. Please be swift.
Okay. And also, good morning, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, welcome.
Just go ahead with your point, please.
I want to know the Umuezi road, when it will be commenced, because the road is not good enough for me to
remember.
So I want to know when the road, when work will start on that road.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let's just take this so that you react to it all together. You're welcome. Good morning.
Okay.
Hello. Good morning. Welcome to Standpoint. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Your name and location, please.
Good morning. My name is Owene. I am calling from Bende.
All right.
In fact, the truth is that our dear governor, LSOT, has been doing well in this other stage. What I want to say now.
Oh, we lost that particular call. In 1 minute, essay.
Okay, let me
this question. Yeah,
I've taken.
in 1 minute.
Let me.
We'll
Okay, starting with
maybe this week later.
Okay, so we don't have time again.
Just 1 minute.
Okay. The People's Road is important. I mentioned that's somewhere at Obo Hill. You know, please, the road is under construction, and there was heavy flooding.
Okay.
No road collapse. No road has been completed. The road is under. The road has not even been asphalted.
Okay.
You understand? So go and check all the roads we built. Go on independent investigation. So there is no road that we have built. You can say it has collapsed. No, it's not possible. Please, they show the video of a road that is under construction. Then, on Nassau Road.
What we'll do, let's fix time again this week because there are other issues that you didn't attend to, especially these allegations. So let's leave it at that point. Today we'll promise to bring you.
Please, the road will be flagged off soon. I know that the people there are yearning for. They are yearning for attention.
Including
it's going
me.
to happen.
Including me.
Very strategic road.
All right, the special advisor to the governor of Abia State on media and publicity, Ferdinand Ekoma. Thank you so much for your time on Standpoint.
Thank you.
Incorruptible Simon Ike.
We greet
thank you for your time.
We greet you.
All right. Well, let's bring him again on Friday so he addresses all these issues that have been raised on the program. My name is Moses Ben.
Words are powerful tools, but actions send a message louder and clearer. If your actions don't match your words and promises, people will begin to lose trust in you. Join an hour with Comrade Chimobi Obundiogo every last Friday of the month on Rapid 96.5 FM by